Yo, what is happening, guys? Welcome back to Undisputed Action channel. Of course, we're back with another reaction. Now, today we are back with another Tom MacDonald reaction. Tom just dropped a song called Sheeple. Obviously, a mix between sheep and people. Basically, I already know what the song's going to be about. He's literally going to be talking about how people follow everybody. Obviously, if you're referred to as a sheep, that means that you don't lead your own path. It's just whatever anybody else says or does, you do that too, because you're a sheep. You follow. You're not, you just follow the herd. You don't lead the herd, and that is it. So I already know what type of song he's already going to make here, and I'm excited for another Tom MacDonald song. But of course, before we get into it, as always, hope you all have an amazing day. If you're not, switch your shit the fuck around. So have an amazing day. Always try and spread positive vibes, entertain, and have fun on this channel, because that's what it's all about. It's all about the fun and the vibes. Well, without further ado, Tom MacDonald, Sheeple, and let's go.
Humans been controlled since the day that they were civilized. The truth has been so heavily politicized. If you don't know who's controlling you and killing all the little guys, find out who you're not allowed to criticize.
Okay. So obviously he said literally from the beginning of time, humans have been controlled, and that is it. From the very start, they've literally been controlled 24/7, and he's talking about who you could criticize, basically saying there's some people, I assume he's referring to, oh, there's only some people you can criticize, certain people you criticize, you're going to get in deep shit type thing. We're going to go back to the start.
Humans been controlled since the day that they were civilized. The truth has been so heavily politicized. If you don't know who's controlling you and killing all the little guys, find out who you're not allowed to criticize. Black folks who were never ever actual slaves, fighting with white folks who ain't actual Nazis, controlled by rich folks who use the news to make hate, while elite folks control all the political parties. It's a big
Wait, let me hear that part again. Go back 10 seconds.
Not allowed to criticize. Black folks who were never ever actual slaves, fighting with white folks who ain't actual Nazis, controlled by rich folks who use the news to make hate.
Okay, so he said black people were never actually slaves. They were fighting with white people who weren't actual Nazis, being controlled by rich white people, basically. I get his point that like the rich white people did control everything. Like rich people control everything, but I get his point that the rich white people controlled, and they were the ones that was like making. I guess they were in like the full control, but like to say that black people weren't enslaved is, in my opinion, inaccurate. You know, everybody obviously has their opinion. If Tom wants to think that, that's fair enough. But in my opinion, that's like I agree with like the white people, the rich white people being in charge, basically, that they control all that. But at the same time, I would disagree with the point that black people were never slaves. But you know, that's just my opinion.
While elite folks control all the political parties, it's a big lie, trying to make you pick sides, trying to make you burn the cities down and kill each other. They got sick minds, big lies, deep on the police so that there's big crime. To take away our freedom, to restore order, they let die. Play with people, turn men into women, make the counterculture mainstream to mix up the system.
He said turn men into women, basically fuck up the culture to fit the system, basically. And I also really like the shot there where he's literally standing there, and obviously it's called Sheeple. He's literally standing there with a bunch of clones, literally, because if you're a sheep, you literally just are a clone of someone else. You're not your own person. You follow and do every single thing that other people do, so you're not your own person. You're literally a clone. That's what you are. So these Sheeple, they're just plain, like, when you have some personality, you have color. The reason all these, like, clones are just white, because they have a clean slate. They do not have any personality. They're all just the same. They're basic. They're white, and that is it. And, like, I like that little reference there. Hang on, let me wind it back a little bit. 33.
Play with people, turn men into women, make the counterculture mainstream to mix up the system. Change the pronouns. If gender is a spectrum, so is privilege. I know poor white folks and black celebrities with millions. They starve you with a lack of information and only give you facts through a branded corporation. Distort your worldview with an algorithm that changes based on propaganda curated for your engagement. We can't be free, can't have no peace till we're on the same team, but y'all are sheep. Glued to screens, just part of the machine. Y'all are sheep. What do y'all believe? Nothing's what it seems.
I like that little part whenever he said that I know white people who are literally broke, who are struggling, who can't pay their bills. Now I know black people who are literally like famous as fuck, who have all the money in the world, which obviously for the most part, especially back in the day, black people were obviously didn't have as much money as white people. They weren't as privileged. But he's also saying that that is the thing that people viewed as, oh, white people have money, black people don't, and like that's like a stereotypes where he's like, there's white people who struggle and black people who are successful. You know, it's not all just the same. There is different sides to it, where there are people that you'd view as, oh, they're never successful, they're successful. There's white people who are always viewed as, you probably think that they're always grew up in privilege, always grew up and got good jobs and shit, but they're actually living on the street. So he's literally saying it's about perspective. You can't be closed-minded and just see one thing. You need to open your mind and actually see everything type shit.
Hollywood been rotting your brain, controlling your mouth. You say lit, fleet, bet, cap, they trying to dumb you down. They endorse whatever narrative is popular to shout, and use minorities in movies for diversity clout. Two sides on the spectrum, but ain't none of them honest. Took the red pill and the blue pill, spit them both in the garbage. Being woke used to mean you understood you're a target, and now it's having two good legs and never taking a step forward. If you agree it's free speech, disagree it's hate speech. Erase it if it came from anywhere except the mainstream. Trump supporters labeled as the racist, but that can't be. Lincoln was Republican, and that's who ended slavery.
Okay. Hey, Tom brought up a very good point there. He literally said, hey, a lot of Donald Trump supporters are labeled as racist because they support Donald Trump because Republicans are racist in a stereotype. You know what I mean? Like, they're not. Obviously, like, some of them are, some of them aren't. Just like some liberals are, some liberals aren't. Like, it's not about the political standpoint. It's about the person, whether they are themselves. So he's saying, oh, you're saying Republicans are all racist. They're not, because Lincoln was, and he was the one that ended slavery. That's a good fucking point. I actually never thought of that. You know, it's a good fucking point. You know, like, my personal opinion is I'm not the biggest fan of Donald Trump, but I don't believe that every Republican or everybody that supports Donald Trump is racist. I think some things he does is stupid. I agree with some things. I think some of the things he does that he doesn't care about some people's some races as much as others, but you know, that's just me. But it's like, I wouldn't say just because you support Donald Trump you're a racist, where a lot of people fucking do. And he's literally just said, hey, is Abraham Lincoln a racist then? Because he ended slavery. So actually, you know what? I never thought of that. Never knew Abraham Lincoln was a Republican. So that's a very good fucking point, Tom. Well done. Well done, Tom. Just taking the facts.
A mask became a symbol of which side you believe. But you'll never cure a sickness till you cure the greed. Because the problem with our natural immunity is it's free. Society is broken, want you locked inside a cubicle. Addicted to pornography, liquor, and pharmaceuticals. Tell you that you're fat and poor and you were never beautiful. Then tweet how much they love you when they hear about your funeral. We can't be free.
Hey, yo, that is facts. They shit on you, and then whenever you die, they start to like you. Hey. Yep.
If they can't convince you, they confuse you. They want you dumb and dead. They divided you by race, religion, income, and sex. Made everybody right and left. The hatred got so intense. If the other side likes oxygen, you'll put a bag on your head. And
Tom, let's fucking go, dog. Let's fucking go. Hey, he's literally said, hey, they divided you by race, by sex, by gender, by all of this, by everything. They've divided you. He goes, they've divided you. If you're a Republican and you're liberal, you just don't fucking get along. And he's literally saying, yous are so focused on hating each other. If one of yous are addicted or like the fact, like the idea of oxygen, the other one will stick a bag on their head and suffocate to death just to prove their point of how much they hate that other person. They're literally that hateful, and they have, like, there's been that much hatred installed in these people that they're like, I will die before I fucking admit that you're right, because fuck you, because you're the other side type shit. And Tom is fucking right there. Holy shit. Holy shit, Tom. I'm literally like, I actually haven't stopped this as much as I think I usually do. I usually stop like every couple lines because Tom says some shit. He's been saying some shit and I've just been listening, but that one I had to stop. That's fucking facts, man. Literally, it is that petty and that hateful that they will do dumb shit like that just to say a fuck you to the other side when it comes to race, sex, gender, anything like that. Does not matter. Like, it's actually ridiculous. But hey, 220. Let's go, Tom. Let's go. I'm so happy to have Tom back.
If they can't convince convince you, they confuse you. They want you dumb and dead. They divided you by race, religion, income, and sex. Made everybody right and left. The hatred got so intense. If the other side likes oxygen, you'll put a bag on your head. And the conspiracy theories labeled as misinformation is just a terrifying truth that scares the hell out the nation. The system treating you like trash and you got rifles to aim with. Just imagine how they'll treat you when your guns get confiscated. George Orwell, 1984 was his last lecture. George called him thought.
Hang on a little minute. Did Tom literally just say that? Hey, Tom said, think about how bad they treat you, how fucking much, like, they literally disrespect you, right? While you have a rifle. Is this what Tom said? Like, I don't know if I heard that correctly. He said, they disrespecting you when you have a rifle. Say you have a rifle pointing at them. They still gonna disrespect you and just take the piss, basically. So imagine what they're gonna do when they confiscate your guns and you don't even have so much as a rifle to point at them. They're literally, like, gonna really, really, really take the piss. 245.
They divided you by race, religion, income, and sex. Made everybody right and left. The hatred got so intense. If the other side likes oxygen, you'll put a bag on your head. And the conspiracy theories labeled as misinformation is just a terrifying truth that scares the hell out the nation. The system treating you like trash and you got rifles to aim with. Just imagine how they'll treat you when your guns get confiscated. George Orwell, 1984 was his last lecture. George called them thought police. Now we call them fact checkers. Government surveillance trying to catch you. They don't ask questions. Mass incarceration equals capital for cash investors. The system isn't broke, it's working fine. Oppressive and chaotic is how it was designed. They say if we ain't doing nothing wrong, there's nothing to hide. While their agenda and intelligence completely classified. They don't teach you rights in school, you never learn them at all.
Oh, okay, Tom. That is literally what we fucking talk about all the time. Literally saying, hey, the government, the system literally say, if you're doing everything right, what's the point in hiding it? Because if you're hiding something, you're clearly doing something wrong. If you're doing everything right and you ain't hurting anybody, you ain't doing anything like that, why keep it a secret? But they're doing everything right and they're keeping it classified and not letting us know about it because, oh, you don't know, it's fine because they're doing it right. Yes, I love when Tom speaks about this shit because me and Tom agree on like 95% of things. There's obviously points here and there. Tom says like the slavery bar at the very start, you know, like unless I misinterpreted it and I took it the wrong way, like I disagree with that little part. Me and Tom disagree here and there, but for the most part, Tom is on the same, like, brainwave as me, the same thought process of I agree 95% of the time with him because he just speaks facts. 257.
Police. Now we call them fact checkers. Government surveillance trying to catch you. They don't ask questions. Mass incarceration equals capital for cash investors. The system isn't broke, it's working fine. Oppressive and chaotic is how it was designed. They say if we ain't doing nothing wrong, there's nothing to hide. While their agenda and intelligence completely classified. They don't teach you rights in school, you never learn them at all. Because they're easy to remove if you don't know what they are. The only people you can rule are the criminal ones, so they force you into corners till you're breaking the law. We can't be free, can't have no peace till we're on the same team, but y'all are sheep. Blue to screens just part of the machine. Y'all are sheep.
I like that part whenever he said about they don't teach you about rights because it's easy to take them away when you don't know what they are because you won't notice. Or if you know what they are, you'll fight them. Hey, of course, shout out to Nova Rockefeller, and I think that's Jared Potter there. Hey, okay, Thomas MacDonald. He came back with another political one, literally said all how it fucking was, talked about the government, talked about the shitty system and the bullshit that is involved. And I like it, I fuck with it. Like I said, there was only just that one point that I disagreed with him on. All the rest of the points, 100% agree with him on. I was just trying not to stop it every single time I heard him say something that I agree with, because then we'd probably be about a minute into the song. But hey, Tom MacDonald came back, he did his thing, spoke his shit, exposed the truth, like he always does, speak facts, and made a banging song while doing it. So, that's what Tom does. But hey, I heavily enjoyed that. I hope you all enjoyed this. If you did, smash the like button, smash the subscribe button if you haven't yet already. I really would appreciate it, as always. Hope you all are thinking positive, test negative. Hope you all have an amazing day, amazing week, amazing weekend. Of course, shout out to Tom MacDonald, Nova Rockefeller, Jared Potter, and everybody else involved in the making of this song and video. As always, stay safe, and I will see you in the next one. So, peace.